What other mistakes do you see parents making a lot?
They need to see me waiting for that tantrum to finish. They need to understand that you ignore the crazy and reward the calm. Any attention is reward. I do short-term pain for long-term gain. You got to walk through the storms to get to the rainbows, right? Everyone wants the rainbow, but this is how you do it.
What do you do in situations where you're in public, like on an airplane?
Sometimes get hired by people and they say, how do we get our 1.5 or 2-year-old to sit quietly in church? I'm like, I think you need to hire.
We want to ask you is, we've already kind of touched on tantrums and bedtime battles. What other mistakes do you see parents making a lot? And how can we kind of more maybe easily correct those?
The tantrums, talking through tantrums. Tantrum is not emotions and feelings. It sort of is. But really, it's more of a lack of emotional control at not getting their own way. It's based on anger. There's no way I would give that any attention. They need to learn how to work that out for themselves. If you interrupt a tantrum, you're stopping their learning.
So you just let them cry it out.
There's a method of doing that. I've got lots of videos online. If you type in Bratbusters tantrums, millions of things will come up. But basically, the idea is that I'm nearby. They need to see me waiting for that tantrum to finish. They need to understand that you ignore the crazy and reward the calm. Any attention is reward. Okay. So I'm ignoring the crazy, but I'm like filing my nails. Lots of my clients say their nails are down to the nubs because they've been filing their nails so much. But literally, it's sort of like you're waiting for a bus or just filing your nails and you're not looking at them. You're just like filing your nails like this, waiting. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Wait. And don't talk to someone and don't go on your phone. That's dismissive and rude. They still are going through something, but they need to see you waiting because eventually they're going to put it together. Oh, as soon as I shut up, then she'll talk to me. They'll get it. They'll get it. Eventually. Remember, we're investing in tomorrow. I do short-term pain for long-term gain. You got to walk through the storms to get to the rainbows, right? Everyone wants the rainbow, but this is how you do it. So anyway, and as soon as they're finished, you go, oh, y'all done? Do you want to go to the park? Now. Now. I need a hug. They're still in the hangover of the tantrum. I don't go in for the hug.
You don't give a hug.
No, that's not a love hug. That's not a love hug. I hug kids all the time. I'm very demonstrative with kids. Okay. I'm very physical with kids. Like I love hugging them and that, but not then. During a tantrum, it's still around anger. When you hug them, it makes it look like you feel sorry for them. I'm so sorry I was ignoring that tantrum. That is not a love hug. That is a validate my tantrum hug. So
even when she's asking like, I want a hug.
Yeah, I know. Nobody loves me. Nobody. And this is what you do. This is what you do though. So now you're talking to her. You say, oh, you want to go to the park? I need a hug. And you pat her on the back and say, you're all right. Let's go to the park. See that upbeat? Upbeat. Upbeat. In other words, I'm trying to pull her into my energy rather than let her pull me into her energy. See the difference? You know what's funny is when they learn who you are and that you're good at this. If like when I was working with kids and they'd be all upset about something, I'd say, oh, you all done? Do you want to get back to work now? And they, okay. They'd calm right down. It was amazing because I am the leader and I am pulling them into my upbeat, positive energy. I am not allowing them to drag me into that negative energy. And that just tantrum hangover is still the negative energy. That is not a love hug. And parents get pulled into this all the time. And I'm sure there's a lot, and I never look at my competition. I have no idea what anyone's teaching, but my clients will tell me this. They say, oh, you've got a hug. No. It's the wrong thing to do. You're validating it. Remember, keep tantruming. I'm going to hug you every time you do. It's not a love hug. It is a validate my anger hug. You do not want to do that. Okay.
What do you do in situations where you're in public, like on an airplane? It's hard to, and like the whole plane can hear it. Situations like that, like you're at
that's an exception. Now, if you're in public and you can get away, right? You take them out of the restaurant and you let them tantrum in the parking lot or in the car. But if you're on a plane or a train and you're smashed in with people and you're all trapped together, you give them whatever they want. There's no way I would put other people through that. I think that's really, true. Really rude. So I am the same mother, but my kids learned like if I was on a plane, they'd get whatever they want, but I was already a leader, so they didn't do anything. But anyway, but yeah, they learn the difference. As soon as you get off that plane, you're right back to the other way. They understand that. Oh, I see when we're confined. But yeah, and how boring is it for them to be on a plane? Same within church. I sometimes get hired by people and they say, how do we get our 1.5 or 2-year-old to sit quietly in church? I'm like, I think you need to hire someone else. I don't, it's not reasonable.
Yeah,
You're meeting their
that's
needs and
not
managing their
reasonable.
wants. That's not meeting their
Yeah.
needs. Their needs are
Mhm.
they need to be able to be kind of crazy and,
Right.
Yeah.
so, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, you got to have realistic expectations. Being on a plane
Mhm.
or a train for a long period of time is very draining, more so for
Yeah.
you, I think, than them, but with them. We used to live in Australia, and now I live in Canada, where I was born. Anyway, and we used to travel back and forth. So my son, the very first time we did that, he was 18 months old. Now, here
Mm.
I am, 24-hour trip with about layover. It was a 24. He never slept for 24 hours. He's 18 months old.
Jeez.
Oh
What do
my
you think I did?
gosh.
What do you think I did that whole 24 hours? Whatever you want.
Oh my
Whatever you
gosh.
Oh my
You
gosh.
Yeah.
can have anything you want. Yeah, it
Oh,
was a nightmare.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he was
That,
good,
yeah.
but it was just giving
Yeah.
him whatever he wanted. So
Yeah.
that's the exception.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.